Introduction. In the previous class, you learned how to write simple formulae and create handy worksheets. In this chapter, you will learn how to write advanced formulae, cell referencing methods, and make use of the various functions in Microsoft Excel. Types of cell referencing. Cell referencing means how a cell address behaves in the formulae when it is copied from one cell to the other. There are three types of cell referencing in Microsoft Excel: relative referencing, absolute referencing, mixed referencing. Every cell has a name known as its address, which is made up of a column part and a row part. It is called relative when both parts are not fixed. It is called absolute when both parts are fixed. It is called mixed when only one of them is fixed. Relative referencing. The cell reference in this type is normal cell address like A1, C3, H5, etc. In relative referencing, the formulae in the copied cell changes according to the change in the position of the cell pointer. If you copy the formula across rows or down columns, the formula or cell reference changes automatically. For example, if the formula in D4 is equal to B4 asterisk C4, when the formula is copied vertically down, notice that the cell address in the formula had automatically changed. Absolute referencing. An absolute reference is specified by using the $sign along with the column and the row number in the cell. For example, $B, $4 is an absolute reference. Using dollar means fixed to a specific location. If you copy the formula across rows or down columns, the absolute reference remains unchanged. In the example, you see that D4 has the formula is equal to $B, $4 multiplied by 2, and when it is copied to the lower rows, there is no change in the cell address. Mixed referencing. Mixed referencing is when one part of the cell address is relative and the other is absolute. So, either the column or the row number should have a dollar along it. For example, $B4 is a mixed cell reference without absolute column and relative row, and C$4 is a mixed cell reference with relative column and absolute row. Do you know, by default, formula use relative referencing, cell reference to another worksheet. Microsoft Excel provides the facility to use the cell reference of one worksheet in another worksheet. To refer a cell from another worksheet, use worksheet number followed by exclamatory sign and cell address. For example, sheet 3, exclamation mark D7. Let us learn about it with the help of an example. Here, we are using the cell address D8 of sheet 1 in sheet 2. Select an empty cell in sheet 2 and type is equal to sheet 1 exclamation mark D8. Press enter key and the data appears in the desired cell. You can use the data for further calculations as shown. Using functions. Functions are predefined commands that act on a cell or a range of cells and perform some particular operation quickly. Microsoft Excel 2010 provides a variety of functions like AutoSum, recently used, financial, logical, text, date and time, lookup and reference, math and trig, and more functions. These functions are present in the Function Library group of Formulas tab on the ribbon. In Microsoft Excel, while using functions, the following details have to be kept in mind. All the functions have two parts: the function name and the arguments. The arguments are normally given within round brackets. A function must always begin with an equal sign. Let us study some common functions used in Microsoft Excel. Average. It calculates the average of the numbers in a given range of cells. Syntax is equal to average, range or numbers. Example is equal to average A1 is to A5 gives the output 25.8. Count. It counts the number of cells in a given range of cells that contains numerical value. Syntax is equal to count, range or numbers. Example is equal to count A1 is to A5 gives the output 4. EXP. It returns the natural logarithm raised to the power of a number. Syntax is equal to EXP number. Example is equal to EXP bracket 2 gives the output 7.3891. INT. It rounds a number to the nearest integer. Syntax is equal to INT number. Example is equal to INT 19.375 gives the output 19. LCM. It returns the least common multiple of the numbers in a given range of cells. Syntax is equal to LCM, range or numbers. Example is equal to LCM. A1 is to A4 gives the output 80. LEN. It counts the number of characters in the text. Syntax is equal to LEN text. Example is equal to LEN Microsoft gives the output 9. Max. It returns the largest value in a given range of cells. Syntax is equal to max, range or numbers. Example is equal to max A1 is to A5 gives the output 50. MIN. It returns the smallest value in a given range of cells. Syntax is equal to MIN, range or numbers. Example is equal to MIN A1 is to A5 gives the output 10. MOD. It returns the remainder when a number is divided by another number. Syntax is equal to MOD, number divisor. Example is equal to MOD 27 4 gives the output 3. Power. It returns the result raised to the power of a number. Syntax is equal to power, number, power. Example is equal to power 5 3 gives the output 125. Product. It multiplies the numbers in a given range of cells. Syntax is equal to product, range or numbers. Example is equal to product A1 is to A5 gives the output 10,800. Quotient. It returns the quotient when a number is divided by another number. Syntax is equal to quotient, numerator, denominator. Example is equal to quotient 58.8 gives the output 7. Round. It rounds a number to the specified number of digits. Syntax is equal to round, number, num underscore digits. Example is equal to round 19.3754 2 gives the output 19.38. SQRT. It returns the square root of a number. Syntax equal to SQRT number. Example equal to SQRT 35 gives the output 5.91608. Sum. It adds all the numbers in a given range of cells. Syntax is equal to sum, range or numbers. Example is equal to sum A1 is to A5 gives the output 129. Today. It displays the current date. Syntax is equal to today. Example equal to today gives the output 5/17